and welcome to Wally Bois. And as you can see, I have a box. Anyway, while you're here, please boop the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Now, you see, the thing is, okay, I like rotors, and you can get big rotors, you can get medium-sized rotors, and you can get palm rotors like this little Katsu. But it's not the Katsu palm rotor that I'm interested in today, because I have been given this, the Genmitsu, yes, Genmitsu Compact Rotor Kit. Now this particular rotor kit is cheap as chips. Now I'll put a link in the description down below so you can buy one yourself if you want to. Now the thing is though, in this video, this is not a review, this is an unboxing. Let's just see what we get in there and my first impressions on its, well, quality and what have you. Now this little Katsu rotor, palm rotor, I bought this, at the time cost me around 30 euros. I bought it on Amazon, it was really cheap. And I use this a lot, I use it all the time, okay? It's kind of like my go-to really. I got my little Makitas and stuff like that. But you know, this was really, really handy and it was cheap as chips. And if you want a little rotor to stick in the rotor table, well then it's handy. But it doesn't have no soft start on it or anything like that. It's a Makita copy, and I'm hoping that this one does. But the thing is, you see, this kit comes with 3 bases. Well, at least that's what it says on the box itself. So shall we have a look what is inside the box? Drum roll. Okay, anyway. So, inside the box we have a manual. Now, what is in this manual? And you get a spare set of brushes, can be handy. It's quite funny really that a lot of these imported tools, because I imagine it's just made in, it doesn't say on there, I'll have a look in a moment. I wouldn't be surprised it's made in China, but time will tell. Most likely PRC, but the kit's saying EU on there, means very little. So look, yeah, made in China, so it's made in the People's Republic of China. Now, like pretty much everything is these days, and so, oh yeah, it's Chinese, this, or it's Chinese, that, you know, being derogatory towards Chinese brands. Half the stuff you can buy is flippin' Chinese. Oh dear. Anyway, so what do we get? We get a manual and a set of brushes. Have a quick look at the manual. I imagine it doesn't really tell you a lot. It says it's an instruction manual. Probably in, oh, it's in English. I happen to be in France, but the first language is English. What languages do we have here? We've got German. We have, okay, so English and German. This is, this has been imported via Germany, so that would stand to reason. Yeah, that's German. So it's in German and English. Right. Well, to be fair, if you can find an online version, you'd be able to easily convert it anyway if you want to, translate it. But then again, saying that, you don't even need it, because most of the stuff is self-explanatory. The best thing you can do is watch some of my videos, and I will be uploading videos on how to use this tool and things you can do with it. So, okay, so we get a manual, all right? Oh, tape measure. All right, Eureka glues, okay? Eureka glues. That's what I use. What I do. All right, so we have a box of bits. It's rattling. Okay, so you've got trim guides and spanners and fences. Oh, a little guide collar, a little spanner, Allen key. What else got there? Oh, you got some wing nuts, a space. Oh, hang on, part of the fence, what have you. Okay, so you've got fence and bits in there. All right, what's in this bag then? Oh, okay, we've got a dust extraction port. Happens to be a clear plastic one that I imagine just clips onto the side of the base. And then we have inside here, there's 3 separate boxes. Now I'm going to start with the little boxes first. That's the smallest box that's in there in white. It's a lovely white shiny box. Yeah, okay. Oh, and in there we have a base, which includes another little spanner, same as the one in the kit box, you know, the accessory box just there. So let's open it up. This happens to be a, oh, interesting. It's an adjustable base, so you can adjust the angle. You make compound cuts with your router. That is really useful. Maybe I won't have to make so many jigs. All right, that is actually really, really useful. So most of the time you'd set that at 90, wouldn't you, I imagine? I don't know what other little bases we get. I imagine we'll get a plunge base and probably a clear router base, but that is really, really, really useful. So it is a base with an adjustable, it's adjustable base, yeah? And it clamps on the side here, and you've got your adjustment here, and all basically your depth of cut, which I'll show you in a moment. Okay, that's a cardboard box. Let's get that cardboard box over there. All right, so we'll get rid of all these boxes once we opened them, and we'll have a look at what's inside. I want what the quality is like and how noisy it is. Because tell you what I need to get myself. I need to get myself a decibel meter. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? What's in this box? This is the second largest box. It's the router itself. There it is. Here it comes. Here's your blows. Right, so here's a little palm router. It looks like it is a typical Makita copy, except... Oh, God, no, that's much nicer. It is actually much nicer finished off and presented than the Katsu. I've had this thing for years now and it's done really well. I haven't got any additional bases with it. It's just got the standard adjustable base with the Katsu. But, you know, side by side, they're quite similar, except this is more compact. Although, does it have more... No, it's exact... No, it's not more compact. It's just got lower down in the thing base, hasn't I? Yeah, that's all that is. So, it comes with a standard base, the same as that base on the actual router itself, and that adjusts quite smoothly backwards and forwards, so you adjust your height and then you can just clamp it down. We have a we can lock the spindle with a little red button just there, and you can whack your spanner on, which you get in your box of bits. Yeah, you've got to have your box of bits, you know. Oh, got to have your box of bits. Ooh. Anyway, so you can loosen that and put your router bit in there, and this is a 1/4 inch router. Let's just find a router bit. I happen to have one over there. I hope it's 1/4 inch. Oh, which it is. Oh, that's good news. That is a good news. Especially if I undo it first. It's a bit tight in a minute. There you go. There you go. So that is a 1/4 inch router, palm router. Now you can get palm routers in different size collets and what have you. I think up to about 8mm with a palm router. But this feels nice. It feels a bit better actually than what the actual Katsu ever has done. So it feels a bit loose and a bit wobbly on the old Katsu in comparison. I might just need tightening up a little bit actually. No, it's not as good. No. Now I'd like to say this is not a review. It's just an overview. Things I've noticed already. The knob on here is a little bit bigger on the Katsu than the Genmitsu, which could be actually, yeah, that being smaller is actually a good thing, because if, for instance, you're going against guides and what have you, or close up against something, you don't want the knob in the way, do you? You know, that one comes out by, you know, it's only double the depth. So it's, yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. This feels nicer. Don't know why. All right, how noisy is it? All right, how noisy is it? And is it soft start? Please be soft start. If it's not, it'll be a bit of a disappointment. Having soft start on routers is such a bonus. There won't be a brake on it, I don't think. Electric brake, I very much doubt it. But if it's soft start, it'll be quite handy. I think any of these routers, if they're not soft start, when you turn them on, you got them on full power, you get that wrench, you know. And it might sound, you know, a little bit, oh, crikey, you're like a snowflake, you are. You're worrying about you wrenching your wrists. No, it's just about accuracy when you want to try and use it. Make sure it's turned off. You don't know how these things are being packed away, do you? No, I don't. Actually, just remembered, I've unplugged that one. Let me just plug it over here. This one has been sent to me with an EU plug on it because I'm in the EU, I'm in France. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 settings, which I think is the same as the Katsu. Yet again, the actual speed controller is much better than that's a bit kind of Heath Robinson on this Katsu. But it was cheap, you know. But so is this one. I'm not going to give you the price of it because it keeps changing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below for it in the description. So okay, wish me luck. Let's make sure so that collar is just screwed down a little bit so it don't fly off. That was like music to my ears. Did you hear that? That was soft start. It's soft start. Brilliant. Oh, I'm happy. Listen. Speeding up. And that is on 6. Right, on full power with the Katsu, let me give you an idea of the difference in noise. Fingers on your ears. No, ain't that bad. I'm not going to edit this video, so what you see is what you get. It's the best way I say. That's 2. Blimey. Yeah. Compare that to that on 6. Chalk and cheese, isn't it? You know? Both budget machines. The Katsu at the moment is around 60 to 80 euros. So it'll be similar in dollars. So that's gone right up, you know. It's been a popular router, you know, be fair to it. But you're not going to be paying much more, if not less, for this one. So I will leave a link down below for it, but this is far nicer put together, it really is. And the fact it's got soft start, so let's put it on to, let's start on the speeds, number 1. Barely hear it. Well, you can hear it, but yeah, it's not bad, is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's infinitely variable between 1 and 6, so even in between it's a different speed, yeah, change of speed. So far, so good. I'm pleasantly surprised. So I'll just put this to one side here for the moment. We've got our last box to get out. Alright, so I'll put that there. It's exciting, isn't it, Another nice shiny white box. That it is. Yes. Where's my Debbie McGee when you need her? Oh dear. So, what we got here? What we got in the other little white box? So far we have this angular base here, adjustable base, so you can do compound. We've got these accessories over here and the dust extractor port, which I imagine will just clip on the side here like so, most likely, because the other one does. We have another dust extraction port here, and this one goes over the top of the hole with the router bit going through the actual middle of this port. That is ideal if you're doing mouldings and what have you from above. So yeah, that would be quite good for that. We've got a couple more fences, very similar to the ones in the little box. And we have something I didn't have for my Katsu. This little Genmitsu has a Plunge base. Now you can get Plunge bases for the other brands as well, including the Katsu one. But yeah, no, this is nice. I'm impressed. Oh, crikey. Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Now, you're not going to expect it to be the same as like the McKee or the DeWalt's or but you know, it's going to be have a bag to play with. I want some pop. I need some bubble wrap to pop. Didn't get any bubble wrap. That's disappointing. I'll have to write a letter. So anyway, we now have our router base. First impressions of that. How do you unclamp? I imagine it's this clamp here. There you go. How smooth. This is the thing about routers. my Metabo router there, my Makita router there, the Plunge I'm going to bring, but a lot of the low-end routers, the Plunge is sticky. So what is this one like without the router in? Oh, that's okay. I can feel the springs. What I mean is like the springs compressed, and obviously the rubber gets the size of the cylinders for which the springs are in, or the posts, depends where they are in this. I imagine looking at that, they'll be in the posts. So I can feel that, because obviously when the springs compress, they're going a bit sideways and what have you. But it's smooth. It is smooth. Don't feel notchy. Sometimes when you push them down, they're like, all of a sudden they go. Do you know what I mean? And that's really, really annoying. Okay, so on the front here we have. You've got your height adjustment and your turret with the 3 adjustable screws, so you can set your depth of cut. We have a micro adjustment here. I just knocked the little dust extractor part off. I'm not sure what the sort of red thing's about. Oh, it's a marker. Oh, I see. That's a marker. So basically, once you set your depth, you can use this little marker thing, twist it up and down against the measurement. So you get, oh, I want another millimetre of cut. So you could use that to get you down to another millimetre of cut, say, for instance. That's quite a clever addition. And it's simple. Unlike this Metabo with its 3 dial thing here, which they just break off in no time. The actual depth adjuster here is really good, well designed and nicely machined, but then they put this stupid dial on the front that just breaks off in no time at all. Now the handles on the actual base are actually angled, which I really, really like. You see the Makita one's angled as well. This one here, you see, not angled quite as much as the little Genmitsu, but the Metabo one's got round knobs, which I don't mind, because the actual nice thing about this Metabo is it's got a twist lock on the handle, and I really like the twist lock on the handles. It really makes it, you don't have to take your hand off the actual base to release it. So this one you don't have to here either, do you, really? Because you lock it off here. Okay, it's friction lock, so it's. You put the lock on it and the friction holds it. This is against the springs, and here you also got a adjustable fence on here as well with these wing nuts or little thumb screws, and you're going to adjust your fence on there like so. And then this metal piece here will then attach to your actual fence. Oh yeah, just like that. Okay, yeah, sort of. So there'll be another piece that goes in there, and that'll adjust on there like so. Or was it that way around? No, that way around. So, yeah, it's all in all, so far, I ain't used it yet. So, proof in the pudding. I'd like to have a bit of a play about with it first before I actually do a review video. Otherwise, it's pointless. You get people, they get things out of the box, and all of a sudden they do a review of it, and it's like, hang on, how can you do a review of something you haven't really lived with it? There might be something really, really niggly you didn't like, and you won't really necessarily know that until you've used it for a bit of time. Now, I've done 2 or 3 videos with the Katsu, and it's, and it's been quite a good little router. I've got no complaints. It was cheap. It cost me 30 quid for Christ's sake, And I already have put it through its paces. Now this one I hope to do the same with. So yeah, all in all, it's looking pretty darn good. So let's just remove this out of there and put it into the Plunge base. See if that actually affects the. Is that way or that way? I imagine yes, that way. There's a little slot on the side here for it to slot into. Obviously you've got to loosen that, and then you should be able to slide that in there, I imagine. Yes, I do. Oh yeah, it's going. Yeah, there you are. Let's clamp. Then you've got to clamp it all the way down, and then clamp it on there like so. And you might have to adjust that little nut on the side there when you clamp it, just in case it's not pinching it. Because obviously if that's moving in there, it's not pinching tight enough. So I will need to adjust that, but it does come with a little spanner. So let's just adjust that a little bit. Oh, that's better. That's it. That's nicely done. And now it's locked solid. Oh, isn't that very nice of Genmitsu to send me this little palm router, which it says here it is a 1/4 inch, 6.35 millimeters. No load speed is between 10,000 and 30,000 RPM. Obviously, when you put a load, it'll slow down. This one's a 220 to 240 volt. I imagine they'll do probably a 110 volt as well for the USA. And yes, like I said, it was made in China, and this happens to be the R118V palm router kit. And all in all, I am very happy, and hopefully proof will be in the pudding, and I'll be even more happy when I start using this little router. I'll be putting it through its paces. So anyway, well, yeah, if you're most kind, and boot the old like button, because it would be really appreciated. It helps the channel, you know. And if you want a comment down below, and you do at least 7 words, all right? Because apparently the algorithm realises, oh, hang on, this comment has some value. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So I'm going to say toodaloo, you know. But being the camera's all the way over there, and I ain't got a remote for it yet. And I'm not going to edit this video, because I don't think it needs it. No, toodaloo.